Right, 30 seconds remaining. Hope everyone is ready. On the map. Tsugune, I believe it's... Yeah, Tsugune it is. Let me switch quickly to the transition mode so I can prepare the overlay for you guys. Okay, here we are. On the beautiful map Tsugune. Shall we start? I'm not only by myself, but PixelBuggy is also here. He's just being silent.
Yeah,
He's shy.
let's begin. I was just waiting for you.
For me. I was ready. I was born
Right.
ready.
Let's get on with
Right.
it.
Let's have a look. And a study table, also known as Daniel, picked Inca, while Oliveza picked Dutch. Dutch. Pots.
Dutch. Portuguese. Right. So Saguene is known for having two seasons, summer and winter. Looks like we spawned on the summer side of the map. And plenty of fish and whales to be fed on this map.
Not a lot of whales, mind you. Only 3.
3 whales. I guess that's pretty decent. I guess we might see some Portuguese action on water today.
Oh, I
And
see
the early
someone studied the game from... Who was it who did this doc start as well? I forgot. But someone did also the doc start on this map as Inca.
Yeah.
Forgot the name. Oliveza? They haven't picked the deck yet. Either study table or Oliveza.
We are just 1 minute into the game. They not yet received their experience to pick up the first cards. We have a Portuguese working on a 75 wood treasure, it seems.
Hmm. Does it help him? No, he went for the market start, right?
He's going for a
No, nothing.
He has dropped his house. Oh, it's behind the trees. Doesn't seem to be going for the market, but we might see him pick up that 100 wood and maybe get a market down.
He's just leaving
not.
it behind over there. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, he has enough coin and wood to get hunting dogs early on. I guess he's just holding on to it for now.
Maybe he's saving it for something. Oh, maybe he's saving for the ATP.
Ooh, interesting start here. You don't usually see a lot these days.
Yeah, like no water action from Portuguese at all. Only a few anti-water. Also naming EPL.
But I'm pretty sure we'll see some water contestation by Portuguese on Inca if he scouts the dock.
Well, Inca also like...
Really.
We all know that Inca doesn't have access to schooners anymore. But they have the beautiful side ones, which is like fish market and price rate in once.
Yeah, really solid card right there. Hasn't got a trade post yet.
3 fishing boats, okay. It's like similar to Cardinal Shawnee's dock start, where they train 3 or 4 fishing boats before they age up.
Yeah, it looks like it. And I think he has worked on a few wood treasures as well. Maybe we missed that.
The log. Yeah. Oh.
Pretty sure he did because he got 4 fishing boats out there. He should have picked up one.
At least one butcher, I believe. 4 fishing boats, okay? I think it's when you're gonna stop, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And he's not ending up very late. Like 20 seconds delay for additionally villagers? Why not?
pretty good start. What is he aging up with? And looks like we have Portuguese taking the first trading post down south.
Yeah. He went for ATB after all, so
Taking all the 3 trading posts, by the way. Going all in on the trade line super early. You might see some H2 play maybe, or H2 stagecoach, early stagecoach.
he's edging out the air while Oliveza is quartermaster.
Right, so we might see early stagecoach being researched right here.
Yeah, assuming that the 200 wood is gonna used immediately for the stagecoach.
The macro seems to be like that. Sending 700 wood.
And yep, TC going down right there. And looking pretty standard to me. Didn't send in exotic hardwood. Makes sense because he didn't went for a TP, so he's one chip in short.
This age up seems to be a bit slow from the Inca player. I think maybe Portuguese landed a few treasures early on.
And he also, used a lot of wood for these fishing boats.
Right, right.
Was it the one that's
Aging
increased?
up.
Oh yeah, it was the one which gives him essentially the first 2 upgrades for free.
Yes, the lumber ceremony.
Pretty
I wonder if he's
standard.
going to use the. I wonder if he's going to use the llama on the community plaza to trickle in some wood.
Yeah, it's like an
Or
insane
maybe
value. One llama for like a trickle of 1 wood per second, right?
1.05. That
And he
seems
is
like
doing
it.
it. It's like this llama is like 1.5 villagers worth of wood trickle.
1.05. Yes, it's pretty good. I've been seeing that being used a lot lately. And
Really greedy. 2 war hearts followed by 5 builds.
we have stagecoach in by the Portuguese player.
And also from the natives. Not that is
Ah,
giving him much, but he has access to CDBs, which is nice.
what does a Portuguese deck look like? Does
He has
he
like
have
pretty
any?
standard deck. A little anti-water with the 2 caravels and 1 frigate. Otherwise,
He
pretty
did send in
standard.
native Portuguese.
Elf Treat has already been sent, as we see here.
Looks like we
Got
have
a few creature tracker, a few mantlets.
3 mantlets for a native treaty seems like a pretty good deal. Not as strong as the hot Nashwane mantlets, but they're half, pretty much half health of the mantlets which hot Nashwane gets. 25 damage is nothing to laugh at as well. They could do some early siege, maybe take down a few buildings.
Yeah,
Looks
being
like
forced
we
back
have a
because they
bow
can't
pike.
stay under 2 war huts.
Yeah,
Also
but
tanky, but they
Inca
can't tank
is taking a boomy approach.
those all day long.
Yeah, they can't. I think sturdy table here just wants to sit back and get his conchas up and maybe do a bit of water booming as well to get going. We might see him just hold on till he gets the H3 to get the push going with Huracans.
That being said, he didn't add any more than 4. Because I don't think
He hasn't, but
he saw the anti-water deck from Portuguese from Oliveza, and he was like, "Nah, I not wanna overcommit here on water." Because yes, on seven
it's still a
contra.
good card because you're still getting eco on land.
Like
It
besides those
doesn't
four
seem
fishing
like to
boats,
become.
looking like for a pretty standard Inca opening where they go for the standard contra house boom, going for two warheads. Nothing out of the ordinary actually. While Port's heavily, he's training some canoes.
Interesting. So I think he might just use the trading post wood to get in fishing boats and just
This
pressure on
is
water
such navy
against
overcommitment though. Like he's investing
it.
600 wood, 700, 800 wood, and a shipment just to take down 4 fishing boats. That's like already a victory
I think,
for 30 table.
yeah, that is a really heavy investment on water. Really, I think he should have just scouted before sending in the 2 caravans.
I was pretty much blind because he just scouted that.
Right, but it looks like Portuguese is planning on taking the water now.
Yeah, and the water is down. Like here. Okay, oh, no, he's stabilized. But he could also take the water
We have
himself, which he's doing now actually. Trading some
yes,
fishing boats himself.
and
And
Portuguese already establishing a pretty good map presence right now with 3 trading posts, 5 trading posts in fact.
those actually giving him a little XP trickle. Not by much, but every little matters.
Yes.
And going for an H, it seems. 700 wood. Wood. Coin, I'd say. While Inca is happily built, staying in his base and maxing out his contrast.
Still
Compare,
not gathering coin by any means from the Inca here. So it
yeah,
seems like he's committed to staying in H2.
he's committing quite a bit in H2. Which is Inca happy to do, because they can maintain the economy to, like, throw anything at them that they have with the concert houses.
It's really nice to see both the players taking use of the natives and trading CDBs, getting all the value out of those trade posts right there.
Yeah, I get a lot. And both have, yeah, maxed out their CDB count. But Inca is still slightly ahead, because he has all those contras working for him. 12. While one
And he did send Cancha Brewing as well, so pretty good food boom going on for him.
staying now in 700 coin as well. Let's see. He actually did not age yet.
Looks like Oliveza doesn't have the mass to contest this push right here. We might just see Town Center go down.
Depends
He's
if he
trading
age.
Hazard.
Okay, he doesn't decide not to age and to fight it a little log in H2.
Oh, here comes the Chimus as well now.
Essentially, must cast against bow, pike, and chimney runners. Those haven't been carded yet, I believe.
This fight does not look good for Portuguese at all.
But he has to hold it because this DCM barracks is like defending the entire TP line. But he has to hold it. He can't afford to lose it.
If he placed the town center closer to the coin mine right there, he could have maybe defended from the water as well with those 2 caravels.
Yeah, but I don't think that Inca is gonna reinvest into water. Aging with a messenger, the fast age up. I don't know
Is
whether they're gonna send
Portuguese
them.
planning on age up? Portuguese should be clicking up right now as well. Yeah, He's
Yeah,
fine.
bot's gonna age up pretty soon here as well with those TPs being on coin.
11 minutes in, and he's already got pretty much a really good value out of those trade posts. And the stage course has already paid by.
Yeah, it already got much more value than he paid in.
Oh, and yes, the trade post does 20 attack too, so I guess it's a pretty half decent outpost with a really small range.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see what he's setting. Oh yeah, a village, of course. Going for the greed.
Pretty sure we'll see the 3 organs out from Portuguese as their first card, seeing the amount of jungle bowman that he amassed on early. So you might see that. Is he going up to the fast age up?
Yeah,
Portuguese?
Exile Prince, the fast age up.
Right. I'm not training any units at the moment.
It's the awkward transition
fine.
when you're aging to 3 and you don't want musketeers and as Portuguese, but you mostly want the cazadores and the dragoons.
Indeed. Especially against Bowpike, I think you need a lot. Heavily emphasize on skirm boom and a few falconers. I mean, for Portuguese organ guns, but yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
might see the TC go down here.
yeah, Inca has the tempo advantage. He already has every single unit, in fact, upgraded to a 3 beside the bowman, which he's upgrading now. He also dropped a 3rd warhead somewhere
Also looking pretty tired. Here comes a raid as
on
well
here.
from Port.
And like villager-wise, Inca's still ahead, despite ports being on water.
We have a sneaky raid by Portuguese up on the north left side of the map. A few hussars.
Interestingly,
Just snagging a few.
taking up his hussars instead of his musketeers, which he has 18 from. And now taking the TPs for himself. If she would be so kind and build it. But he's like, nah. Beautiful foundation.
Just DE things.
Oh yeah, now he does.
I think Inca is losing a few villages up to the north side of the map from the hussar raids of Portuguese.
Oh. Yeah, those are certainly dead villagers. Not even the greatest of the cowards will rescue them.
I think, yeah, those are dead villages. They are gone.
And those teams are also
Still have the
carded with
raid,
melee infantry. But a raid in the north.
the big raid. It's been going on for a while now. I think he lost all his wells on foot right there.
He hit like 49
using
villagers,
the-
didn't he?
Is he gonna use caravels to transport his huts? No. Here
The 3
comes
organs
the organ
are
gun.
in now, and
But that's a lot of Chimur on us, though. I don't think. Or maybe not.
yeah, that's a
He's
lot of
gonna lose a
Chimuras,
lot
but he
of
can't
units
commit.
in his
At least not yet.
fights, yeah.
This is gonna be a nice flank.
Ooh,
He's trying his best to abuse the Jackbox for himself. But those Shimas are so slippery. Look at those. They're slipping through every single unit around here.
that's. He
Those
picked up all the 3 organs
Yep.
right there. That-
targets are just gone. Not even the Harp's gonna rescue those. And this is just complete wipe from Portuguese, that is.
Yeah, I think he's fully committed to the fight right here.
Militiamen coming. Slowly getting down to 1 HP. Getting higher. Oh, interesting. Merc. Armored Pistoliers. It's pretty sad that ports lost their access to like any calf shipment. Any calf mercenary, I'd say. No Mamelukes,
Yeah.
nothing. Not even Bosniaks.
It is a bit rough, yes. But armored pistoliers are still great units, though. Pretty tanky in melee.
They are pretty tanky, but why you need musketeers when you have already dragoons, you know? It's like, it doesn't compensate for anything that you are missing. And those
Looks
are
like
like
we have.
only bowmen now.
Look, I think we have Chimus down south as well. So he's completely idle except up the north, which he might eventually find.
Oh, if he scouts that in the north, oh, he's gonna be
Oh,
in big
there he
trouble.
goes.
But thankfully, he's committing another TC. The score gap now getting wider and wider. Now 5k difference.
Okay, here comes the big push.
His attempt to defend against the horde of not Strelets,
I
but
think it's over.
Chiefnus and
It's just
bows and everything. Yeah, and just going down. Not much they can do. And he's surrendering. Great execution from early table. Not overcommitting on water, but Oliveza did. Wasting a shipment and investing a lot of wood into that.
So, wasn't expecting that push. That was interesting.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Those three organs had, yeah, they just got beat on by 10 Chimuras. They do be really slippery. And they get the bonus on the organs on top of that. So,
Yeah, the
well played
point.
by Renica player.
Was it 2.5? 1.5. Ah, but still. Like 40 attack.
Okay.
3 hits and those organs are down.
Yeah, they just melted like soup fast. What could he have done better though? I don't think maybe I'm not sure what he could have done better there. Musk
Well, the
has
overcommitment
been
was
to bow
one
pipe.
of fatal blow.
Yeah, the two caravels was unnecessary.
Imagine if those 2 caravels would have been 700 coin. How much faster it could have aged.
Yeah, that could have made the difference, especially if those organ guns came early before the Chimu. That could have helped.
Yeah, the post game is just confirming what we just saw. Decent right here. Reason, but no. Both losing
Yeah,
essentially the same villagers.
yeah, both sides were essentially untouched till like midway through H2. So they got their booms going, but eventually Inca just overcame his mass.
Yeah, right.
It didn't look like Portuguese committed fully on water though, so he just made a few booms.
Oh, we have the next matchup already confirmed. Nice. Right. So let me send you over to the transition again real quick. So we can fix this. Dirty table 1, Oliveza lost. And we have Ottoman against Udinese from Oliveza.
Interesting matchup.
Yeah, both nations got pretty buffed the latest patch.
The inner buff is really showing at times, especially in close range. It makes a difference.
Yeah,
We might see some Aina action today.
machine gun hyenas. Let's have a look on if the the game is actually also already launching. Nice. Is Maito playing today? No, Maito is not playing today. This will be the one and only series we're gonna cast today, sadly. Maito is playing today. Let's see. But I missed it. I thought we only gonna cast this one.
I think this is the only one.
Art was cancelled, yeah. Kaiser was cancelled. Last minute
It was
cancel.
cancelled.
Okay. So, but also skillful. I can't agree more. Right, so we have Dakota. Again with the same native, the Cree,
Uh,
which both players will, I guess, go for.
we might see. It could be really helpful for Ottomans as well. I guess we'll see. Really good map for Ottomans. Upgrading the trade route upgrades the whole line. We
Yeah.
could see some trade post construction of this map.
Hmm.
So what do you think about the matchup and this map,
Oh, I
Nicius?
would guess that we gonna see heavy H2 play, with the Hyenas being pretty good buffed the last patch. And Ultimate can
Indeed.
also easily fight in H2 with their Abyss Gunners, even Delhi. Really strong calf.
Yeah,
And even Jans. Like, they can do so much stuff. It's incredible. Taking the TP
it
line over
is.
there in the middle, playing H2, playing H3, playing H4. They can do everything now. Such a good nation. Where was the
Pretty
standard
standard
opening?
opening. Yeah, pretty standard. Trade post, mosque house.
Yeah. But there has been
And
lately a different bit order going where they go for 2 TPs and send in capitalism.
Mhm.
So they don't have to build a house until they are actually aging.
Cool.
But we won't see this one today. By straight, interesting. A lot of grades.
Something something to note, Ottomans actually got the first pass on the trade post when it got built.
Yeah, we were executed. And actually, the Oliveza is not building any TPs. Like,
TD
no
playstyle
H1
is
TP
strong,
going
or
on
is
here.
he still okay?
That's gonna be interesting. But where did he use the wood? Don't they start with one wood crate? I'm like completely blacking out there. I know he's gathering the wood. Maybe he's opting for the native TP during transition? I don't know.
Maybe both of them. I mean, your Haudenosaunee seems to have picked up both. I mean, all three native, just capturing the three native TPs early on.
And
Might
from the
be
deck wise, it's
trying
pretty
to use the
standard. Besides native treaties and native warrior combat.
right. So we might see natives come into play like last time.
I think we gonna see natives. Because he doesn't has the H2 infantry upgrades. 15% HP, 15% attack.
I've been seeing a lot of players keep on the two cards and just going for the the last card. I forgot the name of that. The 10 plus
Conservative
the
tactics.
10% hit points. Yeah. A lot of players seems to be just going for that and just skipping out to the two cards. It's been a recent thing.
Elder and
Not
the
sure.
Quartermaster, so pretty standard age ups. I do believe the Elder gives you the 2 villagers and the healer.
I think so.
Ah, okay, he's now grabbing a trading post. Interesting opening there.
Has he picked up the native TPs yet? He hasn't
He picked
started
up
building.
the opposing side, so
Oh,
the Cheyenne first. I bet we're gonna see the Queen next. 100%. There's no reason not
yeah,
to pick it up. Tanky
he
skirmishers,
might
DDBs.
he might ship native TPs as his first card as well.
Yeah, I suppose though, since he's picking up this TP immediately. And he is going the right direction. um, yeah, nothing.
Ottoman seizing up
Does he
the
has a
quartermaster.
front base? No, he does not. Being on the defensive
It looks like a
role this
fast
time.
focus. Oh, he is mining. He has 300 coin. I think he might be doing semi-FF. Or maybe not.
These 5 villagers. He did not get the first tag, which is quite common that you get it during transition, but just a little bit cheaper, a faster build creation time. And we do see native treaties. And the
This
upgrade
might be
was
quite an effective push because Ottomans is just getting his tables down. So by the time the native creatures come, he might just be queuing up his dailies.
interesting that he's building the trading post with his travois instead of building it for 100 wood and 100 food.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Be interesting. Because
Still
what would
no
have an
water.
he built a war during
Okay.
transition. Oh, okay. That certainly is interesting.
Okay, this could be huge
Didn't saw
because
that.
Kanyanshi can beat Delhi's one-on-one.
Dropping a stable,
And he's
going for
doing
delis.
looks like we have the Tomahawk Big Button out.
Little lag here. And okay. Oh, we're fine again. That's good. Getting idler, like all this economy is pretty much idle there. Committing to the TC. And Zolcian are pretty hefty anti-cav as well, because they have 1.5 multiplier against all cavalry. Dragoons as well as melee cav. And he's getting the 5 Battle of Delhi out. Doesn't have enough rest for the Minuteman pop there. 700 coin behind it.
Ottomans doesn't have any food income at all. We might not see any daily production for a while. Still with 5 dailies.
Oliveza is shipping wood. Maybe gonna pick up another 1 or 2 TPs to upgrade the stagecoach for it. Or dropping some houses, dropping a market, try a marketplace. A lot of possibilities for the wood grades that has been shipped in.
So opting to go for the Kanyanshi rider rather than the Kanye horse. Not investing 200 wood into this table.
Or he just invested into more units, that's also fine.
They are
These
quite
generally are expensive.
expensive units, which is something to know. They aren't exactly cheap.
They are really expensive. 95 wood and 90 wood and 95 wood that way.
90 wood, especially this early on into the game, is really hard to get. It's not easy to mass units with 90 wood.
Opting for a must cast composition essentially. Janissaries and Delhi. It's pretty much the same. But a few great infantry peaks in here. It's looking like a rough spot for Ottoman actually. We have to note that I don't know, Sean is quite all in. He hasn't sent like any economic shipment so far. Of the 5 builds. He hasn't got the TPs of himself for yet. No stagecoach. It's like a do or die push here.
Ottomans didn't pop. Ottomans didn't pop the Minuteman for this fight. Oh, here comes, but they're so late right now.
And those are not just
The
Minutemen, but
mass
those
has
are
already
like
been picked up.
really good Minutemen.
I think if it was for a few seconds earlier, the fight would have gone much better for all.
But it's like a total cleanup from study table here. Like cleaned up this entire mass of infantry and cavalry here with just the Minutemen and the units he made.
But Ottomans can't take the push under this warhead. He just has Minutemen can't really push for long, and they'll be being useless in a few seconds right here. Ottomans opting to go for the
Yes, but the
700,
difference is that
600.
Ottoman shipped a lot of crates and the 5 villagers, while Oliveza shipped like unit shipments back to back, and now just the 800 crates. He's opting to not even the market upgrades compared to, yeah, study table having siege traps as well as placer mines. Quite the difference.
What are the villager counts like? We have 24 for
And
Ottomans.
24, 21. Well,
21.
soon more. Okay, no, he's going for economy. Getting the Current War,
GG.
shipping 5 builds, while still having the map control. Doesn't mean as much when you are against Ottoman, because they are not really food heavy at all. Because the villagers train for free.
Looks like we had a small raid going on up at the Ottoman base.
Yeah, but he didn't got any will, I think. That's a little bit of idle
He
time.
did.
I would assume so, because look at the line of sight he has. Like almost the entire flank on the left side, he has like line of sight over it.
Yeah, pretty good map control. So Ottomans trying to buy time with the raids. We might see him age up. Maybe. What's his macro?
I think he's just gonna mass more units. While study table is also just massing. It's gonna be an. I think this match gonna end in H2 because he sent like everything in terms of coin. So he's stuck in H2 now. Oliveza
Ottomans
still has
opting
the
to
coin. Could follow it up to H2, A3. But look at that.
Ottomans opting to go up with the 5 Janissaries rather than spice trade.
Yeah, right. And he also has economic theory. So,
Oh,
two economic
quick
shipments.
wall.
Good quick wall, actually. Good reactions. And it's also blocking off the calf from reaching to there. Really nice big
Yeah,
quick
pretty
wall.
quick wall.
But he has to abandon this block up. What? Story table on the counter offensive here.
Yeah, pretty good defense from Sturdy Table right here. And coming up with the counter push.
He's trying to
We do
raid.
have.
Maybe he's gonna get like 2 or 3 wills at best.
Yeah,
Because
he
all the
might
hunters
snag a will or
still
two.
more or less under his town center.
We still don't see players trying to take control of the trade posts, but we
He
might
still
see
has
them
600
build.
wood to send, so it would make sense. No pun intended. To send wood. Getting ganks or a lot of idols just from the raid here. The economy and the
Looks
town
like
center.
Ottomans lost 1 or 2 wills right there.
On top of all this
And
idle
might,
time. But the siege of the Ottomans has begun.
yeah, I think this warhead goes down as well. That's a lot of Janissaries.
A lot of siege.
Look at that. Just
Like
gone.
3 wipes and it's just gone. Smart
A rough
decision to back
spot.
off. Because there's not
It
much to
is
gain here.
both players experiencing a rough position early on in the game. First Ottomans, and now we have Ottomans pushing back out on the show.
And he's not backing off. He wants blood.
He's just scouting for hunts, I suppose. Pretty sure Ottomans had a really bad scouting early on. He
He's
hasn't
scouted actually
scouted.
quite a lot. Not Like only the edge of
Yeah,
the map is missing.
wrong perspective.
Yeah, he's like got it almost. He doesn't. He didn't saw this hunt over here. So I think he's like, where is
Yeah.
he hunting from? What? Where? He didn't scout it that. That's why you always want to scout the edges of the map. You
Yeah.
don't know what you are missing. Especially on cases like that when the hunt is like the way on the edge. You're like, wait, did I missing a hunt somewhere? It's great codes. This great code alone would have saved one villager. Thankfully he's backing off. He could have gotten the second one as well.
Oliveza really using the natives to its max. Just really being annoying. Making sure the Ottoman player doesn't get a free boom, even when being pushed.
And this is the EPA thing in a nutshell. Here's the coin and they're like, I go there, all the way around to get that coin.
Oh, big push, big push.
And on the other
We
side,
have
yeah, look at that. Oliviza's still on the back foot.
losing a lot of villagers. That's painful.
God, how many builds is he on now? Oh, 25. They're not as bad. But he can't really down the attack dance on the water ends. Because then he's gonna lose all the villagers there.
This is a rough spot. I
This is
think
a really rough spot.
it's gonna be.
Not even the 1.13
That's
rate of fire are gonna save you now.
Yeah, that's a lot of Delhi study. Arenas won't pay enough, and that's game.
I thought he sent the card for Shinra. No, he did not. As we see, he didn't send any upgrade cards for his military at all. Neither
Even the native.
Great Warrior or Conservative Tactics.
Well played by Sturdy Table. Pretty good defense.
Yeah,
Following it up with a really strong counter attack on Shonen.
I even follow a spice rate. Really greedy. I like it.
Yeah, really late spice trade. 1.26 foot per second. Pretty good. He did get stale traps as well.
And also even longer lasting hunts. Because why not?
Yeah. Interesting to see some native plays today. Don't usually see native treaties that often.
Yeah, now we've seen like 2 games in a row.
The scores were pretty tight. I think the push, losing the forward base is when the table stood for Hadana
The
Shonen.
KD though. Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
68 to 35. 43 to 66. Yikes.
Just Ottoman things, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's having way better units. Also with better economy. That's one of the crates. Here's one crate, there's one crate, and then there's another crate I think he shipped.
He did get steel traps early on while being pushed before the first market went off. He did get that steel traps in. So that's the spike we see right there. Well played by Oliveza and Sturdy Table.
Yeah, it was really nice to have the speed of set early on. Well played by both.
Yep.
Oliveza with the native start. And we already have the next matchup confirmed. It's Aztec against Ottoman.
Ottomans.
This time around, Oliveza is Otto.
No. I don't think we're gonna see treaties from Ottomans.
Dirty table is now 2-0. Aztec against Oliveza's Ottoman. There we go. Tough matchup for table. Yeah, I do believe so. Ottoman is just incredible at this patch, at this point. Oh, nice. You
I think
also
I
already have
think
the game.
the matchup here is really tight because if Aztec gets a good rush in, then Ottomans might not stand a chance. But if Ottomans gets his Delhis out early and get rid of Aztec coyotes and slingers, then I think it might be more favored towards Ottomans. A good rush can stop Ottomans in its tracks.
Yeah, and must cast compositions are always quite effective against Aztecs.
We might see some Abers play in this matchup. Abers really good against Aztec early on, especially Delhi as well. Could be Delhi Abers too. We might see some Delhi Abers action.
Right, let's jump into the cast. Have a look on Punjab. One of Punjab's trait is that you have those water buffaloes in the north. I think 5 on total, right? 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's 5 in 1v1.
It is
Also having Chakram. I hope we see those.
Udasi Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said earlier, on the left we have Oliveza as Ottoman, and on the east we have a study table with Aztec. Interested to see which opening he does. There are like 3 different openings, I believe. Like one you go for a TP, the other you go for a market and a house, and the third one you go for the community plaza.
This is a really exciting matchup. We might see some really fast rushes going on early on in the game. Big raids, even with the Coyotes and Delhi's. This might be a really good game.
Yeah, we have to wait and see. And he's going for a tribal market.
No,
The tribal market. I think he's going for the big button early. It could be that he's going. You know, there's a big button for 50-50-50
might,
that is giving him the triple XP aura. He could be opting for that.
he
Getting
seems to be
100
mining points.
He could also
I
just
wonder if
opting
he
for a spear trap, hunting dogs.
could be. We might see a stagecoach play on this matchup as well by the Ottoman player.
Let's have a look
But seems
on.
like pretty standard opening for Ottomans, I think.
You know, that has been big. Yeah, pretty standard as well. Like same opening as last game. A TP, a church, and a house. Simple but effective. You don't see the
Yeah,
main allies often, do you?
you don't. But I think, especially against matchup where the enemy likes to mass heavy cav a lot, I think mine allies is pretty good. And the Rottleros as well. But I think people prefer mine allies for the ranged attack as well. But they're basically musketeer units.
Yeah. Musketeers, but with a spear.
Yeah, I personally prefer the Rottleros as Aztecs.
Yeah, because
But I
Aztec
guess that
SMTs already have rods, but in form of pikes. One of the best in
yeah,
the game, I might add.
really is not.
It also has like both H1, the Kamikak and the calendar ceremony, which makes like, you could dance for it, and it makes like the next age up then cheaper the longer you dance. This is a quite
I
versatile
think
deck. He does not have any support cards for either Automaton Slingers or Egron. That is quite common.
Aztec is trying to finish the game early this matchup. We might see a full-on H2 into the cheaper age up, and then he might end the game right there.
Oh, city defense. Ottoman already has better mid, but with this, boy, I was gonna shred.
This the thing about this matchup against Aztec and Ottomans is that you don't want to go super late game against Ottomans as the Aztec because bombards and Abers is not healthy for Aztec to face.
Yeah, not even
So
just bomber, just the Abyss gunners alone shred almost everything that Aztec can throw at them,
They do, they do.
especially once carded. And those ASAPs are, I think, being slept on. Those are actually really great. I think most players shy away from it because you have to gather wood instead of coin.
ASAPs might be good in this matchup, especially since Aztec really likes to mass coyotes early on.
Mm. Aztec already aged because he sent the Kalmakak, which allows him to age essentially with the messenger, but with the warhead as bonus, age up bonus. And he's going to opt for pikeman early, I believe, judging by his macro.
He's going for a really aggressive warhead right here on the Ottoman player.
It's like almost on the DC range, like the industry
Yeah,
build limit. I think it's around here on the edge of the wood.
yeah, I don't know if that's good, but most of Aztec units are melee based except for the slingers, but I think slingers could make good use out of that woodland right there.
700 wood first shipment compared to 700 coin. Is that a fast fortress? I think it is a fast fortress. Dropping an
Yeah, it's not
outpost.
enough. I think
Uh-oh,
he
this could
wants
be
to
devastating. I'm worried. This match could be a
not,
game ending, actually.
I'm not sure if Oliveza scouted Aztec stack, but it's pretty obvious that the rush is on the way.
Didn't even scout the warhead.
He doesn't know.
Oh, he doesn't know what's coming. I'm worried.
But starting off with 5 humans here, taking out the trade post.
This dude is
Pretty
gonna
good
buy
start.
himself time to click the age up button.
It
Yeah,
does.
almost aging.
But what's the follow-up though? What's he gonna do?
He should have a shipment ready once he's aged, but what's he gonna send, really? You say it. 6 Abyss Gunners? 5 delis? 8 Janissaries?
He's still gonna get the next shipment in soon, but this trading post going down is gonna be huge, a huge loss for us.
He's edging so with the Hussars. He can still send the city defense if he really is in a dire need to defend himself.
Yeah, and the Ottoman Minutemen are no joke as well. Pretty strong units.
10 autonomous and 5 Pumas. And like he's not all in at all. He sent in the Karmakaks 3 Warrior Priests and 700 wood. He didn't send
Yeah,
in like a single military unit shipment.
His macro seems to be more focused on going to H3 right now.
Which he needs.
has
He needs
4
a
on
lot of
coin.
siege. For the walls, for the houses, for the wreck, for the outposts.
So it looks like he got 3 warrior priests.
Yeah, was Anno in, and he did got the big button, so this is gonna give him 180 XP. Just like that.
Alright.
Like half a shipment. Huge.
The Ottomans is now in H3 though.
Yeah, soon he's like halfway through aging.
The worst part about this is he could be game ending for him right here if he doesn't have enough Pumas with him.
Yeah, but first he needs to gather 1,000 wood as 1,000 food. I don't think that Aztec gonna allow him to gather that much without spending it on units.
So it's trying to get the Ottoman player house right now. We might see city defenses being sent in, but here comes the age up though.
He is age up.
Three
Those can actually.
on a pop.
Oh, this is a beautiful pop. All those autonomous things gonna go down.
I think pretty much all of his maps. So the Pumas are just walking in.
This is okay, we fixed it. Finally. Also popping the Miniman, like. A little unfortunate that the wood is there, but. Yeah, that's like cleanup.
Pretty good cleanup. He did pop Minutemen as well.
And now Ottoman is safely in H3.
Yeah, but the Minutemen kills the Pumas. This could be a good push for him right here. Focusing down on the Pumas with the Minutemen. The Explorer goes down. I don't think this is a good fight. And more
He
slingers
held
up.
off the rush, which is the most important thing. He's safely in H3. He can gather. He has another shipment ready. Aztec is a little bit stuck in H2.
I think he's going to be stuck for a while. The Ottoman push is just about to begin. Shipping Janissaries right now. I think 9 Janis.
Oh, he switched to he always ascended in series. Now sending 2 Falconets, which Aztec struggle to deal against it. Because they don't have anything that has multiplier against artillery, unlike Coyotes, Teen Runners that have like 1.5 multiplier against it.
We still don't see a stable or artillery foundry from the Ottoman player. It still looks like it's going to be must Falc for the most part.
Yeah, he doesn't have the resource to quite get the infrastructure down. That's definitely one or two that's going down here.
Here comes the Falcs.
Comes the Fox, and we all know it's gonna come down to how well he can defend the Falconets from the Aztec waves of units.
Aztec did see the Falconets because of the TC fire providing line of sight, so he knows the Falconets are coming. So I think he's getting prepared for that. Shipping in Coyotes right now.
This is a decent remix, but
I think
all comes down to how well he can defend those. Huge volleys, 3 got down.
If he focuses down the slingers, he might have a chance.
And there goes the Falconets. And the threat has been dealt with.
It's a really strange wall being built right there.
Yeah, following up with 8 team Torrent Slingers. Those can trade all day long against heavy infantry. They're so cheap. A little cheaper than a crossbow.
They're like Strelets, but
better.
It's just that their animation sucks.
It's not as bad as longbows, but you still do have the little setup animation.
They do.
And the pipe delis has been sent. And
Yeah,
it's gonna be rough again.
We have wet Janissaries.
Okay, interesting. He got the treasure with gives them 1 Gurkha. Oliveza, that is.
It's still pretty, I think, yeah, it could make a difference in this fight. But I think Ottomans cleans up right here.
Yeah.
If he focuses down on the fight.
Yeah, we're just connecting to the deli. But Taunted Slingers dealing with the veteran Janissaries is like every unit needs to it's like attacking that it has to attack from the Aztec player.
I think Janissaries would have been better off in melee mode against these slingers.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Exactly. There's one lonely deli remaining.
Ottomans taking 2 really bad fights with the Falconets and this push right here. Aztec clinging on to dear life.
He is an H3 up, but what is like follow-up to that? Is that in most beefy shipments? I think he might opt for these Bahis, considering he's only gathering only food.
He is going for the spot.
And I see a lot of players lately using the defensive stance on a lot of units.
It is pretty good.
Janissaries,
especially when trading.
I think it's because of the more tight formation, right? That it makes pathing a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's basically what you do with the 4 cav or 5 cav, the cav box. Same thing. It makes raiding a bit more efficient. You get more shots, and it's better than the normal stand.
Speaking of raiding, oh, he doesn't see those.
He doesn't see the builds. Pretty
Oh, he
sure, yeah,
doesn't
he
get.
hasn't scouted the hunts.
Oh no, but he's on the way.
It's just 4 coyotes, though, so he can still run away from it.
Agent with the messenger, but not dancing for additional war priest.
Hmm. He still has the mine allies intact, so could be useful. But we might see some ERKs now.
Five
Usually
spies
a
on the
fight.
way.
This is not looking good for Aztec right now.
But if he
But
reaches H3, could send in 9 Jaggerpaw Knights and those easily deal with the spy.
yeah, 9 JPKs right here could deal with Ottoman's current unit composition. But I don't think Ottomans has any units besides the Sparky and the 10
Yeah,
Jans. He
there's
hasn't
like nothing.
playing pretty defensively, no raids.
Also
Just
being
I think
idled.
he is capped at
Yeah,
he's capped at his 25 levels. He forgot to resource attack. I think he might get it just now.
he might opt
Or
to
maybe he
finish the
forgot.
batch first. I think the military is priority in this situation. Yep,
I
and
don't think Ottomans pushing out right now is a good idea. That's not good.
might not be a good idea, but
Yeah,
this certainly is a good pickup.
but he has spikes in there. The pikes are not there. This might be a cleanup by
This
Ottomans.
definitely is a cleanup.
Oh, here comes
Eager
the
Knights.
ERKs.
Oh no. Eager Knights are great anti-cav, but they are not great when you
Yes.
connect to them.
But the pikes
But the Pike's gonna
is
surely help out here, right?
84 XP as well. That's a lot.
Boom.
Pretty small fights, but big fights.
More fights, but big fights for the game deciding factor.
Yeah, it's not really a game-ending fight because the opponent is left with a few units, so the fight still goes on. But we might see the momentum for Aztec catch
And
up
the
right now with the unit shipments.
always see the most balanced unit. Arrow Knight. People hate them, people love them.
They are amazing units for sure, but many people don't say they're really bad.
I feel like they are
Oh, here
bad
comes.
what they are supposed to do, but they are very good at what they are not supposed to do.
Exactly.
Like, they're really bad at sieging, really bad at like countering artillery, but exceptionally against like range infantry because they have no negative multiplier and 30 range.
And we have the JPKs on stealth mode here, getting a bit of scouting done. Could get a decent catch on those Chinese.
And those when those connect to any heavy infantry, those really melt because I have
But I think the
three
Ottoman
times
won't
multiplier
let
against.
see his commands because of that one pillar Reta. He might have seen the units move forward, but just maybe not the JPKs. Yeah, the Pro is a pretty good line of sight, so he saw the push coming. He doesn't see the JPKs though, and he's still massing musketeers.
Yeah,
No, does he have a step? Yeah, he does have a step.
he has a
But he's
few.
not producing.
17 actually. Oh, they're like going to raid. Don't think this is the right decision now to try to go for a raid. Because he leads all his military now in base, where he's getting sieged down. Slowly but
Going
steadily.
really heavy on coin. Does he have any? Does he have the gold unit shipments? Oh, he's going for the
Mamelukes.
Mamluk. Right.
He's still like ways off. He needs still 500 XP.
I don't think he's gonna get it on time though. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get it on time. Even the outpost being there, I think it's still gonna be really delayed. He's not going to finish this patch up at least because he doesn't have the full income for that. Looking pretty rough for Ottomans, but So it looks like we have the musketeer reinforcement.
Sneaking in 1 or 2 will kill. Yeah, the TC goes down now. Rip. The
That's
other
a lot of wood.
XP for Aztec, which gives another
He does
shipment.
have
Almost.
he does have 1,000 gold, but
And there we go.
I think Ottomans knows its game right here. There's no way he deals with JPKs now, even with Mammoth.
And yeah, that's the GG card. Wooden
Small
clubs beat
fights, but
swords. But there we go.
small fights, but I think that was pretty interesting to watch. Just full commitment on the fights. No, both sides take huge losses, but Aztec takes the game here.
Yeah, really well executed game plan we had. He rushed, he edged up behind it. He didn't went all in at all.
Ottomans couldn't get a really good follow up after the age up. He lost, I think, losing those two fans early on cost him the match right there. Maybe.
He did a good job defending the initial rush, but a not so great job at knowing the timings when he needed to push out, I believe.
Right. And taking out the trade post also made a huge difference because he wasn't able to get the man.
Actually, I didn't realize that he had a second TC up
Yeah, same.
in the entire game. Maybe he just got it when the TC got sieged down. Unsure. Yeah, sturdy table gathering Ottoman by a large margin. Outmassing it as well. 146 compared to 71.
Yeah, the score difference was huge.
Yeah, the lead. Military lead.
Yeah, there wasn't much units out in the field.
Yeah,
So
it was
it
rough.
was just small fights, really small fights, but big fights.
Oh well. Now 3-0. Are we gonna see another 5-0 game? Another 5-0 whoop?
Um, I mean, Oliveza is doing a pretty good job at defending. It's just that the follow-ups is a bit rough.
We have next match already confirmed. It's study table playing with the Mexicans. Oliveza picked Spain this time around.
Ooh.
Ooh. Like for the substitches. Um, where's Ottoman? There's Ottoman. Ottoman. Spain. I said Spain, didn't I?
You did Spain. You did say Spain.
I was like, wait, that looks weird. Let me have a look on if the match already started.
Mhm.
And indeed is on Manchuria.
I don't know what to make of out of the last game. That small fights. You don't usually see such games. It's usually big fights, no overcommitment. But I think Ottomans really overextended a lot, pushing out without much units out in the field. I think that was one of the big mistakes which Oliveza did. He didn't have the mass to really push out or even siege the war hut.
Yeah, it was a weird match for sure.
Really weird match. Questionable decisions, to say the least. And really unfortunate timings as well.
Yeah, just a little off timings. Okay, let's jump right into the cards. So, as we said, Oliveza, big Spanish, and study table Ethiopians.
So could
I
you check
like.
your DMs for a
How do you
sec?
like this
Uh,
Civ picks from the players here?
uh, Interesting save choices, but I don't think I've ever seen a Spain versus Ethiopia matchup. So this might be a good one. You might see both saves go for a fast fortress, but this map is pretty good for Ethiopia considering you get water buffer too. So I think he's on his way to collect all of those.
I prefer a study tables pick over Oliveza's one.
I do as
Because,
well. I think Ethiopia is really great on this map.
yeah, because all this yaks you can get. Another extra 400 resources that you can trade them for. Sure. But Spain can also go water if you opt to do so. But he did not pick his deck yet. Went for a TP start. Pretty standard. And the study table still doing, the standard. Getting a cow at 150 wood, getting the village dogs and hut.
What's Spain up to? Is he going for a 10-10? I don't think so. Spain picked up a few cows by the looks of it. 4 cows.
Let's see who won the cow battle. It's 4 against 3. So a slight victory with, yeah, 3.
And here comes the
And one
third
is
one.
hiding in the edge of the map. Oh, look.
Oh,
It's
that's
like just
unfortunate.
look in the side. It's a pixel off.
I think he might scout it with
He scouted.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, the yak's gonna scout. The sixth sense of the yak.
Yeah, he's gonna pack it.
Hello, fellow. I
It
missed
was
ya. Great. You see
Spain
the.
going for the 12-10 here.
Actually, yeah, you're right. He ate
Opting for the trade poster.
no yaks. Maybe he found like 1 or 2 big food treasures that allowed him to 12-10.
Could be a possibility. Still seems to be collecting a few point treasures here and there. Could be.
Could be
Wonder
anything.
what we'll see.
It could be a H2 push with the House of Rastamara being in. It could be just a straight naked FF. Could be anything. And young with the governor,
And
which gives him the 200 coin and the outpost wagon.
yeah, Spain's deck is a hard tell. You can't really say what he's really going for.
And I think it's also pretty standard for Ethiopians.
A lot
The
of
like
emphasis on total
Jesuits,
walks.
the good Jesuits here, Alliance, has also found himself in the deck with the new rework, having one AoE effect.
The
Aging
splash
with
damage is funny because conquistadors can damage buildings when they're shooting units next to it.
it's so annoying when the Indian elephants like you build a wall and then they attack and then destroy it. It
Yeah.
was annoying. Or when it goes up, it has like 5% of health, and if you build another section, it also has a, like 5% health. Like why? Why are you doing this to me? Agent with the Somalis, which has, as I mentioned in previous cast, the essentially Silk Road, but 5% better.
Spain
And
is up by 330 by
yeah, by 30%, and it also improved the coin gather rate by 10%. Like 2-in-1 upgrade.
I think the reason why he's going with the Somalis is to get the units themselves. I think he might fear the two Falconet push coming in early.
Yeah,
Let's
the
see
units they
some
get
Somali
sent
units
is
there.
also insane. Like the Isa Warriors, I think they're called. Like anti-ship,
Artillery.
anti-artillery. And the other unit is like a Tomahawk on the Asian Dynasties, on the War Chiefs, where it has a ranged multiplier against Orc Health. Really strong.
Mhm.
Also 5 movement speed. And we're on Oliveza, which is actually going for the naked fast fortress.
Hmm. The problem, I think the biggest problem of Spain doing the 1210 fast fortress is that you won't be able to keep up with the Ethiopian eco. He's just gonna slam you with all those units. So Spain here is gonna heavily rely on all his unit shipments in H3 to keep up with the fights.
Yeah, and the Tufagnet is a sight to behold, but you know, with the Dardu militia, it's gonna be tough. Because those are those guys
Sending
who
in,
are specialized against it.
sending in the cannoneers, though.
Yeah. Re-fortifying his position. Has he scouted the base? Or do we see actually the 12th? Oh, we do see Piroshiki. Let's go.
Ooh,
The Piroshiki FF. But it's 1210.
this is an all-in that. So,
Yeah.
but with the palace in place, I doubt this would go well. And especially considering he's getting cannoneers, I think he sees this coming.
Yeah, he saw that. Like he saw the Piroshiki and immediately went back. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
I know what I'm dealing with.
one house is a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
And especially considering the age of time, like 330, that's very fast.
And he is actually going for the Isa Warriors, which kind of kept from range. I actually disagree with, because it already has Devil Riders, which are exceptional handicap. On Cannoneers, and let's have a look on how far he age here. Oliveza. Age him with the Adventurer. Where's the
So
opponent?
this outpost on the
Oh god,
northern
look at this. So cheeky. Spanning maybe one dog at best?
I don't think this is gonna go well.
Those crossbows are dead. So is the zero. The Warlock also going down.
The halberdiers are gonna be too early for this
Yeah, way
falconet.
too early. Needs to cancel
This is
this.
gonna,
He is not. Okay.
okay. But he doesn't see the halberdiers, so he's good. But shorter.
I
I
think
think
the
with
table saw that. He's definitely saw those ideas.
yeah, he has to pick out a few halves before the falcons come in. But I think it's too late now. Yeah, here comes the falcons.
And there we go. Let's have a look on how good those fox can.
So,
A lot of cannoneers already going down. Only 5 remaining.
okay, Spain is really heavily invested into this push, so this push determines the game. That's with a lot of jab riders, we might see him pick off a few falcons here.
He's really playing with fire here.
Yeah,
Or
this
it's so
is a
dangerous
tough spot.
engaged against the fox here.
So really utilizing the trees for cover, but Considering these are Java riders, I don't think it makes much difference.
I'm curious about Dirty Terry. Yeah, he's standing in just with allies.
Yeah, this is a big mess for Spain to stop.
Yeah, good surround here. There's not a lot of house left. Slowly getting dwindled down.
He is gonna pick off a Falcon here.
Yeah, one fog down.
Here comes the dogs.
5 more war dogs. As reinforcements. 5 lancers on the shipment island. Yeah. Here are those. Nearly buffed.
Okay. If this one goes down, the push is over.
Yeah, no.
I think it's pretty much over, to be honest, because these conquistadors can just kite these halberdiers all day long.
Yes, taking heavy amount of casualties here.
And the falconet is all exposed alone.
Yeah. All alone. Being sniped off here. Oliveza trying his best to get some value out of this helps.
What's the follow-up for Spain, though? Lancers.
1000 wood. He doesn't have Marvelous Year in, so he can't really have a good economy behind this.
I mean, he is keeping the numbers low, and he's not idling any of his skills because they're all out on the side. But he might scout them. So.
He didn't train like a single villager ever since he aged up. I'm not sure what he wants to aim for with 1000 wood.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure either. There's nothing he could do.
Line, maybe?
There's no point in taking the TP line.
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, scores are pretty tight. It's not the worst.
Project usually lets you overscore because of the Royal. He essentially has like the veteran and the Royal upgrade here.
And there goes the final halberdier, though.
So it's like essentially a 1000 score lower at least. A study table, sifting 700 coin. Did he got any technologies from the Mountain Monastery? He did not.
He hasn't.
I used all his influence for military. And now it's on the counter-offensive. Okay, he is using it for architecture, such as direct.
But he's gonna be totally idle right now. He doesn't escape with his.
This little economy he has left. The 40 villagers.
I think it's over. He won't be able to gather anything. These rods will have to do in the work. Might be able to pull it off if he gets a few snares. But he shipped them all the way out to the outpost. Big mistake.
Yeah, and soon Ethiopia is gonna be at 3 himself. Deacon having arrived.
I think rods back at base would have been the better option, but he's forcing him back.
About the last level. Oh no, he deleted it. Rip. This cow just gonna slowly decay.
I don't think that was intentional.
I don't think so either.
Or maybe he was eating from the cow for food. He's gonna go age 3 now, but
I would guess with the Portuguese, maybe, to get the arsenal upgrade and access to that.
But this is just buying time for Spain to boom back into the game. This is giving Oliveza a chance to just get back, and he has already claimed all 3 trade posts as well. So he's just gonna get rolling with this unit to just stay in the game.
Edwards, yeah, but those unit shipments also gonna run out at some point.
Yeah, that's when the game ends if he doesn't get his eco rolling. But 13 wheels at 12 minutes is really tough, considering your opponent has around 25 wheels at this point.
He was at 14 at some point. But he lost like 1 will. It's like 8% of his economy already. And this explorer also gonna go down. No more dogs for him. Playing more zero cattle. How many avens is he at? I think he's on 0 avens, is he? I think he's on 0 avens. I think he lost his aven when Oliveza pushed him.
Could you check DMs real quick? I think we have something important.
He's still shipping the units to this outpost. What a cheesy strat he went for. Getting idled again.
Just waiting.
Oh, those. Oh, lucky him. He didn't saw this. This could have been game ending for sure. If those 12 have been dead.
2K score lead. Starting to look bad for Spain now. And age 3 is just coming in.
This 700 coin as age-up bonus, that's a lot. Was it 700? Yeah, 700 coin. Casual as age-up bonus. Insane value. Like, Africans have the best age-up bonuses in the game.
Yeah, the age ups are pretty good. Getting a mounted monster is pretty good.
Yeah, essentially a free villager with each age. Because those guys are on base. A little better than a villager, actually. It's like a villager with amalgamation.
Yeah.
Have a look on Oliveza, what he's up to. They're trying to get back into the game. Uh-oh.
Oh,
No,
I don't
not
think
that. Oh, rip all those
It-
villagers. Trying to escape
Yes.
here.
Yeah, he knows it's over.
Maybe a
It's
miracle
taken.
happens.
Villagers beat shotels.
Maybe an earthquake happens or a tsunami, and the boom, all this will just die, like Age of Mythology style. Yeah, and we just burn everything is dead, or he hits the resign button. That also works. How did you, Oliveza?
To be fair, I'll give it to him. I didn't even spot the outpost. I think we were too busy talking about Ethiopia here.
It was a nice idea, but so it is to do the plank on the husk. Well, it was a nice idea. It was a cheesy strat, but it's only working
Yeah,
when it isn't getting scouted. And against a player like Sturdy Table, he certainly is on point with the scouting.
right.
That's now the 4-0. Let me jump you over to the transition again. You